Greg, we asked you this in the off season, but now that you're in training camp, Fred talked about it earlier this week. How good does it kind of feel back out there? And it kind of seems like you guys set the tone for the energy level, especially in that group. Take us through that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels unbelievable, honestly. Like, just being next to 5'4", he going to control the defense. He going to have you in the right place. And, it just feels like old times, man. You just run around having fun, just enjoying every day, just bringing that juice and getting the best out of each other. And, I mean, yeah, it just feels great.
In the spring, you talked about just kind of what made you want to come back here. With Deebo coming back now, too, I know it's only been like 24 hours, but have you guys had a chance to talk about, like, hey, the pull of coming back and playing for this organization again?
Yeah, I mean, I reached out to him a little bit, during this free agency time and just kind of say, hey, man, come on back, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's have a reunion. Let's do this thing together, bro. I mean, he knows, like, it ain't no place like San Fran. I mean, you can go, just talking to a bunch of different guys and, getting their experience at different places. And then just, for myself, just the coaches, the people in the building, the players, the leadership that we got on this team, just that warm feeling that you get that it's time for battle. And that's the only thing that matters. And this place is just about football. And, I mean, if you're a football player, you love that. And just to have the right group of guys around you that wants the same thing and that got that same motivation, man. It's just an unbelievable feeling, unbelievable place, and I know that's what he wants too. I know Deebo's a football player as well, and sometimes you got to go and see what's out there, but once you go, you realize, hey, ain't nothing like San Fran.
Like in the locker room when Deebo comes back in?
Oh man, it's huge. I mean, he's the juice of the offense. He's the thing that keep the offense going. When they need a spark. So just knowing that he's going to be back on our side, man, it just give you all the confidence in the world that that we can get this done this year. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited for him.
We asked Demo about you and you coming back, and he's like, "We got our bully back." When you hear that, how does that make you feel?
Man, I'm just happy to be accepted by the guys, really, honestly. Just leaving and coming back, you don't know how, things are going to be, but, to hear some of the guys and to hear that, how they accept you back and, they just want you to be you. I mean, that's all I could ask for. I mean, I remember telling you guys, I'm not going to be no more than what I am, what I bring to the table, which is just being me, you know what I mean, having fun to go out there and play football the way that I do. So, just to get that type of, respect and, from your teammates and, that type of welcome, man, it makes you feel good.
You were here when the defense was, pretty similar as it has been over the last few years, and then you have Raheem Morris coming in, adding some versatility. What has that transition been like, those adjustments being made, and what do you like about that?
Yeah, I think it's going to be great for us. It allows us to, just tighten things up and just not give the offense, something to look at every time and know, kind of what we're in a little bit. Although, in the past, we've played our defense and it's bread and butter, we know it like the back of our hand. But it's going to be a good change-up to kind of, keep teams guessing. And then, just being able to interchange between those two. I mean, it's going to be, you just don't know where it's going to be coming from. It kind of reminds me a lot of the Denver defense in a way with the 5-down stuff. But, we still got our bread and butter on what we like to do with our four down.
Dre, after the little bit of skirmish yesterday, was there any self-regulating talk amongst the defense, or did anyone talk to you guys, or you just have to?
Oh no, you ain't gotta talk. No, it's man. One thing about us, like this team, is just like it's all love. Like you know what I mean. Like temperatures rise, this and that, and things flare up, but it's all love in the building. Like I respect 2-3 more than anybody. Man, I told him when we first came in, bro. Like you my favorite player. Like I told him that. Like he knows that and. Obviously all the guys that he didn't pay with Luke Kuechly and Thomas Davis and all them. So I've been telling him, like, bro, I've been watching you since you came in. So, just to get that honor, back in, 21 when he came. But, yeah, no, like sometimes you got to get it going a little bit, man. You got to get them juiced up, man. So, yeah, man, if, he want to throw a ball to get them going or whatever you got to do, hey, do it. So, whatever we got to do to get things rolling, man. So, I mean, it's all love. It's just football at the end of the day.
Your thought process in that moment, though, because you didn't retaliate. Was it just like, oh, you got one, I got one, we're good here? What are you thinking?
Honestly, my process was like, you better not touch 23, or you might not be on this team. So, but I think it was a play before where I kind of got rolled up on him a little bit, and I was like, damn. So but then naturally they catch the ball. He caught a ball on me, the 5-yard ball, and I pushed him out of bounds. I think he thought it was worse than what it was, but. I mean, at the end of the day, my first initial reaction was, I was happy he did it because it just shows like he got that fire in him, and that's what I like. I mean, I like that fire. So, like it just gets everything and everybody going, man. So, but yeah, I knew, don't touch 23.
Be clear, you and Fred were not sent to the principal's office after practice.
Oh, no. But yeah, you still lesson learned though. It's it's just a lesson learned at the end of the day. But nah.
Is that bully label that Lenore talked about? Is that accurate? Do you find that accurate, or do you take exception to it?
Bully? I don't think I'm a bully. I mean, you can call it whatever you want on the field, but I don't know. I don't know what to call it. If that's what I want to call it. But I'm definitely not a bully like off the field though. I don't try to like be that. Try to give that like representation of who I am as a person, because that's not me at all. I love everybody. But I love just coming in the building and working and getting a chance to be with my teammates. But when them pads come on, whoever on the other side of the ball got to get it. So.
They say game recognizes game. What do you think of Nick Martin so far?
Yeah, baller for sure. Just got all the tools that he need, the speed, just the instincts. Playmaking ability, just young and still, need reps and just need, time to just continue to grow. But he definitely is going to be a person that I feel like that's going to make an impact in this league sooner or later. And, it's been great to work beside him, to see how he gotten better, just from his last year to this year. And just to see his growth and how it's going to take off. I mean, he's going to be that linebacker that we're going to be counting on, to come in and, maybe be the fever backer and be on the edge, or he may, be dropping or whatever it may be, but we're going to count on him a lot of ways to help contribute. And I know he's going to make a big impact for us.
John Lynch compared Nick Martin to you last year when they drafted him. Do you see any similarities at all between the two of you, either in style or character, like anything that stood out?
For sure. I think that, he's kind of more of just more quiet and conservative to himself a little bit. And, I think I'm like that in a way. It depends on, if you get me riled up or not. But I haven't seen him too riled up. Yesterday he was talking after a couple of hits, and I was hearing him, and I was loving it. And I was like, okay, I hear you out there, 4-5, you know what I'm saying? And he was getting juiced up. So I think that's going to come with time. The more he plays, he's able to make, the more confidence he get, the more you're going to hear from 4-5. So, I do see myself in a lot of ways, just, the way he played. He's a fast player, and then once he knows it, he's very instinctive. So he's gonna make a big impact for us.
It seems like the defensive backs are off to a good start this camp. What are your impressions of the guys behind you so far?
Oh, yeah, man. They look good back there. Just coming in, it's a lot more guys that are just ready all across the board. Young guys, obviously having Jair and Singles back there, and he's still young as well. But, and Mustafa, he's a little down right now. But, it's just a bunch of guys, depth all across the board. You know what I mean? Now, I feel like, in the last past years, you get one guy on the back end down, then, it was a struggle. Especially I remember that 2020 year. It was struggle, the D-bombs everywhere. But now, you just get confidence that, the backup guys going to come in and they're going to hold it down. And, these young guys that's getting these vital reps and got those reps last year, they're going to be just that much better than they were. So, it's only going to get better for the back end.
You seem from KJ Wright as your coach this year.
Yeah, KJ, he's an alpha dog for sure. He brings good juice to the team, man. He just let us be ourselves too. You know what I mean? He knows how to play football. He knows what it feels like to be on that field between those lines, and how things can get carried away. We was actually just watching some tape of him, just being up on the Seattle. It wasn't Seattle, it was Green Bay. But that's what you don't do, though. He was telling us what you don't do. But he, right. yeah, I mean, he just, he's one of the guys. Honestly, he's one of the guys, but he's a leader too as well, and just got so much respect for him. Even obviously as he being my coach, but even before he was my coach, like, I mean, him and Bobby, like watching them go to work, and then like, yeah, just those battles that we had with Seattle, and then now he's the coach, so he just knows that we know that he know what he's doing, and yeah, I mean, the more every day he come in, you can just tell his confidence is just growing, and he's understanding the game plan. Just we all picking up, a little bit of a new game plan. So, the more you understand it, he's understanding it more and more, and we all are together. And that's what makes it so special and so fun is that, we're all in this thing together.
You've been through so much, health-wise since the Super Bowl. Is right now, I mean, everyone's like, this is the healthiest I've ever felt, right? But, sure. Is there something to that with you, like where you are as far as your body? I mean, have you felt this good in a while?
I haven't, actually. That's funny, man. I haven't felt this good since about a month before the Super Bowl. Even that whole time I was dealing with Achilles. Then you finally get a little healthy or the year after the Super Bowl, just enough to play. And then second game, you do your calf and you go in the off season, going to the Broncos, you're thinking, okay, this is the year that I'm finna, make it happen. And the second day you go in, you pull your quad off the bone. So, I mean, it's been just one after another, and I just been playing catch up the whole time. But now, I just feel like I'm where I need to be now as far as just, body, health-wise, everything. And I know I got the best people in the world going to take care of me. And, I ain't got to go out there and do more. I ain't got to go prove it to nobody. I ain't got to do this. I got to go play football still, but I don't have to go out there and overdo it to try to, to prove to them that I'm a football player or who I am as a person. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's gonna help a lot.
The quad injury you had.
And your experience in having to recover from so many in a short amount of time. I mean, you would think that somebody like Ricky could learn a lot from someone like you. Is that a conversation that maybe has been had, or maybe you reached out and talked to him, or a conversation that you guys are planning on having, given him maybe being a little down on his circumstances right now?
No, for sure. I definitely have talked to Ricky plenty of times, since, everything came out about the knee and stuff like that. And I'm just letting him know, like, bro, like, he got hell of talent. Like, he can play ball. Like, bro can run. He can run routes. Like, Ricky is that guy. It's just going to take Ricky some time. Like, he got to give him some time to heal and, to take care of his body and do what's best for Ricky. And Ricky gonna play in this league for a long time. And I know it sucks just not being able to get going. I kind of like the way it's kind of starting for him. It's kind of how the last 2 years has been for me. But man, at the end of the day, you got to enjoy it as much as possible. Enjoy it every day. You never know when your last day is gonna be on this field. You know what I mean? So every day you go out, you got to bring just that juice, that gratitude, man, everything, because you just never know, man. So, I've talked to him and just encouraged him, like, hey, man, like, bro, it sucks now, but I'm trying to tell you, bro, just like keep doing what you're doing, keep, just keep pushing yourself, keep getting better. Obviously you got to heal up, but just keep doing the little things right, man, and most importantly, man, stay faithful to God, man, and all that. It's gonna take care of itself. Always has. So, and I believe that.
When you mentioned the quad injury, was that a particularly low moment? I mean, just being in a new team, you want to prove yourself and reward their trust and all that stuff. I guess when you think about the last 2 years, I mean, where does that fit as far as kind of, sorry, not a cheery question, but low moments for you?
Yeah. No, it definitely was a real low moment, man, because you just, you're just excited to go and prove to them what you can do and all the things that, who they say you are, that you are. And, I mean, it just, once I got the quad, it was just, and they tried their best to support me through the process and stuff, but, it just wasn't healing the right way. Like, normally pretty easy with healing. Like, my body heals pretty fast. And I just remember with this quad, like, I'm sitting there working every day and grinding, and, like, as soon as I go out and take off super fast, like, it'd pop again. So I'm just dealing with it, even when we came here for training camp. And, yeah, I mean, I remember coming here for training camp and just obviously feeling just shitty because and then, yeah, I mean, went out there before the game started and got running and ended up messing it up again. So it was just an ongoing thing that I just really needed rest from. And but yeah, it was definitely a low moment, man, because you just knew that you were just not hurting the team, but you just giving them the narrative that they want. You know what I mean? That you're injury prone and can't do this and can't do that. So yeah, it sucks, man. Went definitely through a depression, man. But yeah, like I'm thankful for the guys here though. Like Fred, talking to Z, those were the guys that really helped me get out of the situation and that depression for sure.
That's okay. Last one.
Were you as curious as anyone about this power plant conspiracy theory on the injuries?
Yeah, I was like, man, what the hell going on over here? Yeah, I don't really know. Like shit, I grew up playing football on concrete, so I don't look into that. I don't even look into the field situation. Like, as long as we got a field to play on, I don't care if it's grass or turf. So I'm not really the one to kind of like, yeah. But I was interested. I was like, shit, you got to look into it now. It's something there. But hey, you never know.
Thanks, Dre.
Welcome back. When you're going through the process of kind of figuring out what was next for you, how much was a return here kind of on your mind, and what made it happen?
Ever since last year, like I said, me, Cal, John, we always had those conversations, whether I was here, whether I was there. But the bond never left for sure.
Chatting off season, a lot of people make comments about how good you look in the off-season workouts. Was there anything different, any attention to detail on something different coming back this season, or how was that off-season training for you?
It was a little different. As I stated, I started a YouTube or whatever, but it's just like different. It was my first time being a free agent, so it was just like a long process. It was frustrating. It was hard, but I had good people in my corner for us, the guys that I grew up with. A couple other people, but it's like head down and just get to work and just whatever happens.
Is it any a different feeling being back in the building after that type of summer?
I wouldn't say it was different. It kind of felt like I ain't even go nowhere, to be honest. When I got back, I was just like, well, I know what's going on. I know the people here. Staff's still the same, so it's kind of like the same for real.
How'd you enjoy your year in Washington, and how are the organizations different from one another?
I'm not going to compare organizations, but I had a good time over there.
Did Kyle reach out to you after his accident? How'd you hear about it, and just what was it like seeing him again when he got back?
I heard about it as soon as you guys did, but when it came out, I kind of talked to him, and he was kind of normal to me.
I saw you chatting with Mike Evans today. What are those conversations like, and what is it like coming back into a room that looks a little bit different?
It was kind of different, when I left the guys that was here, but I met Mike at Pro Bowl, and he was in Tampa doing his thing. He'd been doing it for a long time, but the conversation we was having out there was just like, just regular conversation, really not about ball, just getting ready for practice.
Lynch mentioned that he'd been talking with you and your representation for about a month. What was it that tipped the scales to bring you back?
My agent and John do a good job, and the side conversations with me, John, and Kyle is just like always kind of been the same. It was just a matter of time before it happened.
You were pretty tight with Ricky when Ricky came in as a rookie. Just your thoughts on him right now as he's heading off to surgery and.
Kind of been tight with him. He was in Arizona. I was in Arizona. Kind of haven't lost a beat since last year when I left. We still stayed in communication, and I kind of talked to him the night whenever he got the news, and he was a little frustrated. And I was like, bro, just keep your head up, man. Your time's coming. It's just like he just kind of had bad luck right now. It's like really nothing that he can do about it. But overall, he's shown what he's capable of when he's healthy, and wish him well in surgery and a quick recovery for sure.
Raheem Morris said he hated going up against you. Saw you guys having a conversation out there. What was that conversation like? And now that you guys are, I guess, on the same side, what's different about that?
He got a really good scheme. He was joking yesterday. He was like, man, I'm so glad I ain't got to go against you, this, that, and the third. And I was like, I'm kind of glad you're one of my coaches as well. So it's kind of like that kind of relationship is going to build. We've always been opponents, but now we're on the same side. So we'll continue to build from there.
What was the reaction like from your teammates when you finally showed up in the locker room?
I was in the locker room yesterday, so I kind of seen them all. Kind of like I stated before, it's like felt like I never left. They was happy, I was happy, and we just ready to get the ball rolling.
Is there like a part of you that feels like you have something to prove still? I know you always kind of carry a chip on your shoulder anyway, but given the way maybe the last few years have gone for you, do you feel like you have an additional motivation?
I mean, I'm continue to be myself whenever the opportunity presents itself. I'm ready for it.
Can we volunteer the number, or was there a transaction there?
It was a little transaction. We made it happen.
This is a somewhat unique situation. I mean, you twice requested trades to leave here, but obviously, whatever happened, it didn't create bad blood or bad feelings. How is it that you, John, Kyle, still have maintained such a strong relationship through everything?
I mean, contract negotiations is contract negotiations, and then those are conversations for John, Kyle, and my agent to have. But our relationship has never changed or had a fallout. So, I mean, that was just like contract negotiations that I'm not in control of.
You were involved really quickly in the offense today. Was that the plan? Were you ready for that?
Yesterday it was like, let's see where you at. Let's see, how you feel. So I did a workout yesterday night or whatever. And then it was like, all right, we're going to give you 8 to 10 plays today and just see how it goes. And we're just going to keep building from there.
You had a few teammates who said they were offering up their guest houses for you on social media. Did you take them up on it yet?
Nah.
You feel like your role in this offense will be similar to your first 6 seasons with the Niners?
I have no idea. We're just going to roll with the punches.
A not so serious question. You and Trent, usually the two guys up front with the boom box, are they coming back?
They used it when I was gone. So, I mean, hey, we still got to rock out.